Good evening and welcome to our regularly scheduled meeting of our Hartford Plan Commission. I'd like to call this meeting to order. You have before you the minutes of the October 13th, 2025 meeting. Any discussion? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion approved.
Motion by Scott, second by Ralph. Any final discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion passes. Third item on the agenda is appearances. Anyone wishing to appear? State your name and address.
Hi, my name is Woody Gentle with Home Path Financial out of Brookfield. I'm just here in support of two final plats that we have on the agenda today for Harvest Creek and Fairway Meadows.
Thank you.
I'm Don Toma from Accurate Surveying. I'm here on behalf of the extraterritorial review of a certified survey map. And I want to make comment on, I saw the staff report that recommendation was for the right-of-way of 33 feet from the center line of State Trunk Highway S and Indian Road be dedicated. So I sent Jacob earlier some information on dedication from the state and the statute that an extraterritorial review, you cannot require dedication. I sent them the information from Sewer Pack that says the same thing. And then I looked it up on the last extraterritorial review that had the same thing in the town of Herman. And I sent that also. I don't have an objection to item number 2 showing the wetland on sheet 1 of 4. If that's what you would like. I usually put it in one place on the map, something as insignificant as wetland, but if you would like it on sheet 1 as a condition of your approval, I'm okay with that. But the owners do not want to dedicate the roadway at this time. The roads are by easement, and they're Dodge County and the town of Herman doesn't require any dedication. The easements are fine, so that's all I have to say.
Thank you. By the way, Jacob, were you aware of that?
Yep, I received the email earlier tonight, or right before this meeting, yes.
Okay, thank you. All right, any other appearances? All right. Seeing none, item 4 on the agenda, a discussion and consideration of a petition for direct annexation by unanimous consent submitted by Shane and Aaron Johnson for approximately 0.4545 acres located north of 3442 County Highway K in the town of Hartford. Jacob?
All right, Shane and Aaron Johnson, they're looking to annex about 0.46 acres, give or take the right-of-way on County Trunk Highway K. Here is the parcel in question. Fortunately, it's not outlined in this map, but it's the one right, hopefully you can see the arrow here. It's this little parcel right here. They're looking to annex. Right across the street is the Landmark Credit Union. Down the road is the Quick Trip. Again, they're looking to annex so that they can connect to our sanitary sewer. Then they would also be required to more than likely connect to our water as part of that annexation to allow that. Here's more of a detail of the actual parcel. Again, they're looking to annex. We had a joint planning meeting after our last Plan Commission meeting in October. There was no comments. It made sense to both parties to move forward with this. So again, we're looking for approval of this annexation into the town of Hartford, or from the town of Hartford to the city of Hartford. This will go before the Common Council tomorrow night.
All right, thanks, Jacob. All right, any questions or discussion?
Also move for approval.
Moved by Scott, second by Jeff for the approval of the annexation. All right, any final discussion or questions? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion passes. All right, item 5, the discussion and consideration of a final plat of Fairway Meadows subdivision. Jacob?
All right, the preliminary plat for Fairway Meadows came before this body in January of 2025. It was approved via resolution, the preliminary plat, at January 28th, 2025 Common Council meeting. This is the southern portion of the Fairway Meadows. These are the parcels that originally made up Fairway Meadows. Two of them are actually on tonight's Joint Planning Commission meeting with the town of Hartford. They're going to be annexed, but they don't pertain to this actual, final plat for tonight. Here is the preliminary plat that was reviewed. It's kind of crooked, but I made it so that the north was facing up and the south was facing down. This portion is the southern portion, coming off of the Mountain Vernon Estates, off of Hilldale Drive. And this is the proposed parcels that will be platted here in the final plat for Fairway Meadows for their first section of Fairway Meadows. Again, there's going to be a total of 105 dwelling units, single family in this subdivision. This is the southern portion. The northern portion will be connecting off of, what is the name of that road up there? Off of Clover Road, and then off of Logan Road to which comes off of Clover, or East Ernst Drive, and then Logan Road will connect the northern portion. But again, this is for the southern portion. And then there was some staff comments identified. I won't go through them all, but for the most part, fire department to make sure they have access. They already, per the developers agreement that the Common Council approved, they're already developing 2 single-family houses on there allowed by the developers agreement. We want to make sure that they have NFPA 1 fire department access. They're working on that right now to get proper gravel. Our building inspector was kind of plowing roads for them for a bit, trying to get to the development. But again, fire department access, engineering had minimal comments, everything looked good. And then again, mostly regarding in the actual final plat, it does talk about RS5. RS5 is the old zoning district back when this was preliminary platted. The new language would be R2, which is low density. That would be the only major change on the plat, but we could even overlook that because we do have new zoning code since the final plat, or since the preliminary plat was approved. And again, they will label all their easements, or they won't label easements. They will give us a separate easement for recording at the county along with the final plat, so that way we have extra documentation of easements for the city of Hartford. So again, we're looking for approval with the inclusion of staff comments.
Could you just address what was spoken earlier as far as the easement and the dedication again?
Oh, that's for item number 7.
Oh, that's the other one?
Yep.
Okay, sorry about that. All right, any other questions or comments? Motion by Dave, second by Jeff. Any final discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion passes. All right, then we'll go on to the discussion and consideration of final plat for Harvest Creek Edition Number 1 final plat.
All right, this would be the final plat for Harvest Creek. Again, they have been approved, the Common Council approved the first Harvest Creek final plat on April 8th, 2025. This preliminary plat the original preliminary plat was amended for this development, and again, starting here, these are the original 2 parcels that made up Harvest Creek. This is the preliminary plat, the final preliminary plat that we reviewed and approved. It was amended. So this portion will cover the townhomes and then the remaining single family. And this is the addition number 1. So again, covering the attached townhomes or dual homes, and then also the single family detached homes in the cul-de-sac. Again, there was comments from the Planning and Inspection Department. Again, these easements will be put on a separate document and recorded with the final plat. Again, I know it's kind of redundant, but again, it's nice to have the actual legal descriptions laid out properly in a separate document recorded with these final plats. So again, we're looking for approval with staff comments.
All right, thanks, Jacob. All right, any questions or comments? Moved by Scott, second by Jeff. Final discussion or comments? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion passes. All right, item number 7 is discussion and consideration of an extraterritorial certified survey map for W351 Illinois Road with the tax key numbers attached in the town of Herman. Jacob?
All right, the Jorns Family Holding LLC is proposing to create 2 lots. Lot 1 is 65.538 acres, and Lot 2 is proposed to be 45.540 acres. The 2 lots are comprised of from 3 parent parcels, which are an 80-acre parcel, 17.741 acre parcel, and a 13.56 acre parcel. The City of Hartford does not have an intergovernmental agreement with the town of Herman. However, the proposed lots exceed the 35 acres and does not trigger the intermunicipal agreement requirement under section 120202 of the City of Hartford Municipal Code, which is our subdivision code. Getting to the staff comments, again, this comes to so these are the 3 parcels here. And this is lot 1, the 65-acre parcel, and then to the north, the 540 lot 2. Coming off, so County Trunk Highway S is on lot 1. Again, that's a major collector identified by Dodge County. This is the Dodge County functional classifications. Based off of our city ordinance, section 12.0203 paren A, it states streets, highways, and drainage ways whenever a tract of land to be divided within either the city or its plat approval jurisdiction encompasses all or any part of an arterial or collector street, drainage way which has been designated on a city, county, or regional comprehensive plan or comprehensive plan component adopted by the city. Said public way shall be part of the plat and dedicated or reserved by the subdivider in the locations and dimensions indicated on said plan or map and is set forth in section 12.07000 of this chapter. So based off of our code, we should be asking for the dedication for these 2 parcels. Looking at the email that I received earlier tonight, there is nothing, looking at the DOA's comments, there is nothing in the statutes. It's based off of court or off of case law on how to do this. I'm always more a proponent of going with what benefits the city the most, and our section 12.0203 paren A benefits the city the most. Every city I've worked for or village, we've always asked for dedications in our extraterritorial jurisdiction. Not as even more extreme than the 33 feet from center line for these streets. In one case, we would usually ask for 120 or 60-foot center line for parcels in the extraterritorial that were county roads in prior jurisdictions that I worked for. Again, I sent this on to Ian for review. Again, because we don't have an intergovernmental agreement with the town of Herman, I'm pretty sure he's reviewing that more in depth based off the email from the DOA. So I can't really say if we're in the right or the wrong. So we may need to table this or postpone till the next meeting to get clarification from legal counsel.
I guess my only concern would be, are you holding up the process for something else if we don't do this now?
Again, we can, I don't know their timeline. I believe this was time sensitive to some extent. We may not ask for dedication, but we could ask for a reservation, which again, I don't know if that'd be acceptable to the property owners. A reservation doesn't mean, it means that it sets the boundaries for the future dedication, but it keeps it still in the ownership of the property owner. And reservation right now might be the best method forward as opposed to a dedication.
Jeff?
You indicated we don't have an intergovernmental agreement.
Correct, but this one's above, these parcels are above 35 acres, so it doesn't really trigger the requirement. So in our extraterritorial jurisdiction, if there's any subdivision of land under 35 acres, we would have to have an intergovernmental agreement to approve it. Because these parcels are above 35 acres, that does not trigger that section of Chapter 12, which is our subdivision code.
I would tend to table this action because of that. I'd rather have the clarification and do it right the first time. Although I tend to side with you in the fact that we've dedicated every time we've done this type of thing, so.
Correct. And it's easier with Town of Hartford and Town of Rubicon because we have those intergovernmental agreements and we have the extraterritorial zoning with those two townships, whereas Herman, we don't have that extraterritorial zoning or intergovernmental agreement with the Town of Herman.
All right. Oh, then like I said, I would, Scott.
Which 20 years when we imposed this is why we wanted all those agreements in place, just for this reason. So it meets the 35 acre, which doesn't trigger. So I see no reason to do this. If they divide at any other time after that, they have to come back to us to get that. And then we could do the dedication at that time, I believe, if that meets Ian's.
That,
Responsibility.
I'd have to, again, I haven't heard from Ian back in regards to these. We received this email after around 4:35 in that time.
Yeah. It's kind of I told you so kind of thing.
Sure. But we would have to change language in the motion to an easement as opposed to a dedication.
Well, it's currently, there is a current easement, then we wouldn't put that, there is a current easement for 33 feet from the center line in the actual certified survey maps. So we would just strip the language of the condition that they have to dedicate right away, and we would allow the easement.
Okay, Jeff.
So I might have missed it. Do you think there's a timing issue?
That I can't say for sure. At one point, I believe there was. I don't know for certain if there is a time issue on the developer or on the property owners.
So my suggestion is that I'll make a motion to table.
That's fine with me. I wouldn't mind the clarification first.
Yeah.
Second Jeff's motion.
So a motion by Jeff to table, second by Dave. Any other questions regarding the motion? Seeing none, I'll ask for a vote. All those in favor of tabling, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Table. All right, then item 8 on the agenda is a public hearing for a conditional use permit to allow a group daycare center at 1425 East Monroe Avenue, a parcel zoned I-1 institutional district, tax key number 36-2702-008-029. Declare the hearing open. Jacob, reading of the notice.
Notice of public hearing, Plan Commission, please take notice that pursuant to section 62.23(7)(DE of the Wisconsin State Statutes and section 52.302 of the City of Hartford Municipal Code, that a public hearing will be held at 6 p.m. or thereafter on November 10th, 2025 in the Common Council Chambers at the lower level of City Hall, 109 North Main Street, by the City of Hartford Plan Commission to consider the request of My Little Hands and Feet One Step LLC, Angela Curry, registered agent, to apply for a conditional use permit to allow for the operation of a group daycare center at the property 1425 East Monroe Avenue, tax key 36-2702-008-029, zoned I-1 Institutional District. All persons wishing to provide testimony for or against the requested application are invited to be present. Written comments may be submitted to City Clerk Shanna Kreilkamp, 109 North Main Street, Hartford, Wisconsin, 53027. A map of the parcel and application can be reviewed in the Planning and Zoning Office by appointment, 109 North Main Street, Monday through Friday, between the hours of 7:30 a.m. and 4:30 p.m. Contact 262-673-8272. Dated this, the 21st day of October, 2025. Shanna Kreilkamp, City Clerk, City of Hartford. Sent to the Daily News and printed October 24th, 2025, October 31st, 2025. 17 notices sent via mail.
Thank you. Now staff review. Jacob.
All right. So, Noah 9 West Bend LLC, which is Brian Forsyth, he's the property owner and registered agent for the property, and Angela Curry, who is the owner of the business that's looking to establish the group daycare center at 1425 Monroe. Again, 1425 East Monroe Avenue is, and this is the parcel right there. It's a church. It hasn't been used as a church since I've been here to the city. It's been vacant. There's been a lot of proposed ideas for this property since I've been here, including even rezoning and comp plan amendment to facilitate development here. But I-1 does allow group daycare centers to occur on site at this parcel, but it requires a conditional use permit. There are conditions under the zoning code. The first one being outdoor activity areas associated with group daycare centers may not be located within 20 feet of a parcel in a residential zoning district or a planned development district that allows residential uses. It does abut residential properties to the south, so if they are putting any of these play structures for the daycare center outside, they would have to get site plan review. It would be an internal review just to make sure the fences and stuff are set back 20 feet from the property lines. Parking, 1 space for each 3 children. The facility is licensed by the state to accommodate, plus 1 space for each employee on the largest work shift. And the third one is property requires inspection by the city fire inspectors and building inspector for compliance with existing and proposed land uses. This had a general assembly land use prior. A church is under fire code usually considered general assembly. This may require, because it's now a daycare, may require more stringent fire code standards. We just want to make sure that we're making sure that they're checking with our fire inspector as well as our building inspector to make sure it meets all the fire codes for that type of land use.
Did you make the applicant aware of that as well?
We have sent the applicant was not here. She's out of state right now, but we did send her the information on here to her to let them know.
Thank you. Does that conclude your review?
What was that?
Does that conclude your review?
We did send that out to the applicants, the review. And apparently she is here, but she can speak during the public hearing portion, during her comment, yeah.
That's why I asked if you were done.
Yeah, I'm done.
All right. Then we're on to appearances in favor. Appearances in favor? Yep. State your name and address.
I, Angela Curry, address is 3430 North 94th Street, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 53222.
Thank you. Go ahead.
I, Angela Curry, is looking to expand my daycare center. Right now, I own a home daycare center in Milwaukee. I've been doing this for 5 years. I became a licensed childcare teacher in 2007. I've been doing this for some time. And with my childcare, I deliver to kids with autism, some that have special needs. It's kind of different. But in the city of Milwaukee, it's so many daycares there that it's kind of overpopulated. So I was kind of trying to step outside of that to try and start a daycare somewhere else that I can kind of, I guess, meet the needs of those children that have special needs, autism, that most daycares don't take. You know, most daycares do not deal with kids that has special needs and have autism. And me, on the other hand, I do. I have several kids with autism in my daycare. They came to me, they wasn't talking, walking, potty training. They were eating now. By me taking that step to get them to where they need to be, I thrived, and parents are so proud that someone took the time to get their kids to where they needed to be as far as talking, eating, you know, doing things in that nature. And Milwaukee doesn't, with daycares there, they don't have the people that has the patience and the time to want to do these things. So this is why I kind of looked outside of there. And when I seen this location, I'm like, oh, well, maybe this would be a better fit, you know, for me to kind of branch out and start somewhere new and let people know that this is what I do. I'm a different daycare. I offer different things. I can bring things to the table. So this is why I came to Hartford.
Great. Thank you, Angela. Appreciate it. Any other appearances for? Any other appearances for? All right. Next, any appearances in opposition? Any appearances in opposition? Last call for appearances in opposition. All right, I declare this hearing closed. And discussion by Plan Commission. See, now, Jacob, did you have anything further on this one?
Other than the three conditions, the play area of 20 feet from residential, the parking, which it does meet due to the fact that it was a church. And
Yeah, it's a
then,
fairly big parking lot.
Yeah, it is. And then the property requiring inspection.
Super, thanks again. All right, if not, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to
So,
approve.
so moved by Dave, second by Ralph. Any final discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion passes. All right, and then on to item number 9, planners report. Jacob?
Nothing tonight. I think this is just a remnant from when we did the timeline for 2026. So,
So, sounds good. Then the final item on the agenda, adjournment. I will entertain a motion. Scott?
Awesome.
Scott? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. We are adjourned.